You are our one source for all Alex Jones news.
I like to be your one-stop shop for that. Yes,
right.
For all things Alex Jones.
I have noticed this. Yeah. Now, here's the reason why we're bringing this up today is because Alex Jones had some claim that he's
got 3 strikes against him.
With YouTube.
With YouTube, and that they've banned his site now.
Which does not appear to
actually... And then he says they claim they're going to delete all 33,000 videos or whatever he's got on the site. They say, no, we didn't do any of that. We're not doing that.
So there's a way to check this, right?
Well, I went to the channel, and it seems to be accessible. Unless I have a secret passageway in.
You're using your glenbeck.com address?
No, I just went there.
Yeah, but that's probably a glenbeck.com kind of computer.
Where you're in cahoots with him? Or is it because you work for the CIA?
Oh, it's CIA, that's right. It's our CIA access.
Yeah.
That's why you have that.
No, it seems to be accessible, and it seems YouTube is denying it. They said, well, no, we didn't do any of that.
Can I tell you something that shouldn't be surprising to this audience at all? You know exactly how I feel about Alex Jones, but you also know exactly how I feel about the Constitution. I think YouTube has a right to
private business.
Private business. So they have a right to do whatever. I don't think they should. I mean, I don't know. What do you do? If somebody is really, really crazy, saying crazy things, which he is, I mean, just last week, 90%. Well, sure, it's a deep state. This shooting was deep state false flag.
He claims he didn't say any of those things. We have
played it.
The audio of what he said last week.
You can play it here.
Ladies and gentlemen, I can now officially say that it's about a 90% chance that the Florida event at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School that's killed 17 people and injured over 20 is a deep state false flag operation.
Okay.
He can't help himself.
He can't. And then he denies that he said, he denies categorically that he said they were crisis actors. But what are you saying when you're calling it a deep state false flag operation?
Okay, so can we keep this on track, though, on freedom of speech? Should YouTube be able...
Yes, I think they should. But Stu brought up like a specific rule that I didn't know they had.
Ted Cruz is making an argument, and Ted knows the law very well.
A little bit.
So, but his argument is basically that allow me to butcher Ted Cruz's legal argument, but that YouTube gets an exemption essentially from their copyright problems, because obviously anybody can upload any video. So you could upload an entire movie and it would be up there, and that's a copyright problem. The way they get around that is there's an exemption for a site that is seen as completely neutral, essentially, right? Like this is it's an open operation, right? Anyone can post anything, so we're not censoring, so therefore, we get an exemption. If they start taking a political angle and start banning certain types of speech, they may lose that exemption, which would basically wipe the entire company out. They couldn't do that. I mean,
you can't.
They could get sued every 5
rights,
seconds.
It would be
impossible. They got to remain neutral. And so I think Jones is just using this to pad his numbers on his subscription.
Seems that way, right? I mean, everything.
I think that's what he's...
So what do you do with people who, if Nazis were on and they were spewing all of this stuff on YouTube, which they probably are.
Definitely are, right? I mean, that's what YouTube was built on. It was built on people with crazy Nazis and crazy socialists and Antifa people. And, that is, Alex Jones has a big business on YouTube because of that. He built 9/11 conspiracy theories were like one of the first YouTube hits. It really was built partially on that, and now they're trying to control it. But I think you could take a line too where you allow people to post things that aren't threats, and there are certain lines that they have in their user agreement that would be covered. But they talk conspiracy theories. You allow people to post them. What I don't think you have to do if you're YouTube is recommend the videos through your algorithm. A lot of times this happens, and people. I was reading a story about this just the other day of. You get on, you watch one of these videos, and then YouTube just keeps recommending you video after video after video. With Prager University, it's wonderful, right? You watch
with
one.
Alex Jones,
with Alex Jones, it's not, because you go to Alex Jones, and then you get to 5 Alex Jones, and then you're down to some other conspiracy theorist who thinks Alex Jones is part of the deep state, and then where do you go?
It's really dangerous, though, when you start... Who decides whether it's conspiracy theory or there's actually something to it?
Okay, so
they would probably think the Tides Foundation stuff is conspiracy theory.
And they probably would, and I think that's why you have to be really careful careful on how you
do.
it, right? It's got to be almost only blatantly obvious things, which again, I know to us and them are completely different things. But we both would unite and say the 9/11 conspiracy theory stuff is
hopefully we would.
Actually, that's not even true. The Democrats, half the Democrats believed that at the time.
Yeah,
when George Bush was in office.
So let me.
Oh, by the way, I just got a notification from YouTube that they just took down the Pat Gray channel.
Oh my gosh!
Completely.
Wow!
It's as if it never even existed.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Wait,
so
what about your 542,000 videos?
Right?
We should do something.
We should do something.
I think the only place you can get me now is on the Blaze Radio and TV network.
Holy cow!
And
you should
the
do more than
podcast
just...
on iTunes and SoundCloud and Stitcher.
Right.
The only thing you can do to stop people, Pat, I think, in addition to those things, is just send you money directly.
Or you could do that.
Or buy your supplements.
Right.
If people would buy your supplements, your male vitality formula, everything would be fine.
Plus, you'll be super vital.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Super vital.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do test show?
I'm going to take my shirt off later on the show.
Oh, wow.
Bad idea? Bad idea?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. I'm not going to take my shirt off on the show.
Good.